Welcome to Daytime Talk After Dark. My name is Al Jackson, but that is unimportant. What is important is that I am joined by three of my besties. Can I say that? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Tori
my
Shulman.
best friend.
Yes.
He's a real
Bad bitch.
All right. Letting them fly Fridays. Erica Cobb, Sam Shocker in the building. We're going to get right into it because we kept trying to find stories to kind of go around this, but it's just what we wanted to talk about, so let's just do it. The White Lotus.
yes.
It is on HBO. Look at the reactions.
Oh my gosh,
so
I'm so
good.
excited we're doing
Me
this.
too.
We
I'm
never do this. I've been wanting to do this so badly.
This is.
Wait, what's
We have never brought up even her birthday. She
That's
didn't
adorable.
react like this.
I've never seen
I
Erica
love
act
this
so
so much
giddy.
because it's very rare that we've all voluntarily tuned into the same show, and there's shows that I want to like talk about, but like the fact that we all did it and we're all on the same page, this is so exciting. Let's go.
So we will ask our night owls if you are not watching The White Lotus, please watch it because we want to watch it with you guys, and then we can have the back and forth and all that stuff.
And
Spoilers
for you
here.
new people, make sure that you like, subscribe, and follow us at Daytime Talk After Dark, including on Instagram. Okay.
All right. So really quickly, I want to go around the horn. Sam, in a few words, what attracts you to White Lotus? Like, why is this a show? Why is this a show that we all like? So really quickly, what would you say?
I love that it's in a fancy location. Sam
loves a good location.
I
It's a
do.
every place, yeah.
I love how there's different characters, but my favorite part is like the whodunit. I love trying to solve like a mystery. It's like Clue in a way. So love all of that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Erica, what about you?
I like the formula. Like, I know that we're going to get what they said they're going to give.
Wow.
Yes. And you're not always guaranteed that with shows. So
No.
I like that. Tori, what do you think?
I think Mike White knows how to build a show really well. So we know there's a gun in play, and Anton Chekhov famously said, if you introduce a gun in Act 1, you better use it in Act 2. And we're about to hit Act 2, people.
We
so
are?
like everyone's reaching their limit. Everyone's getting crazy. Everyone's getting a little paranoid. Everyone's getting upset, and a gun's in play, and it's getting missing. So who shoots who and when? The tension that Mike White builds with the aesthetic.
Well, it's not only the aesthetic. Did you know that they actually lived together during this entire process of filming?
It's like a club.
So they said
What,
that
they
it
all
becomes
live
in
there?
villas together.
Yes.
Yes.
So
of COVID, they did the first one in Hawaii.
Right.
At the resort.
Oh, wow.
So ever
Michael
since
Dean
the
said it
first
was a
one,
result
they
of-
all
yes,
stayed in the
COVID.
hotels, but now they continue to do that because it's meta.
How
because
long
they
are
get
they
to
together?
the point. Well,
Like,
as
what,
long
like
as
3
the
months?
filming
6
More-
months is what
6
Parker
months?
and Michelle Monaghan lived together in a villa.
Parker
And so
Posey's amazing.
The actors have said that it becomes meta. Like, you don't know sometimes what's going on with the other people. So it's almost as if you're living
your own White
the
Lotus.
whole
I had
White
no
Lotus
idea,
thing.
Erica.
So by the time that the end gets there, they're all going crazy and like haywire because they've been living together, and all of these feelings like you start shifting.
That is very interesting. I had no idea.
Well, what has people talking right now is the incest
Oh my
that
gosh.
has also been building.
Oh my god.
Talk about building, you're right.
I will say yes.
There's been
Oh my
weird
gosh.
innuendos from the very first episode.
You're right.
Absolutely.
Brothers looking at each other's butts.
Why?
Other parts?
It was very strange. And Sam, you said it, so I'm gonna come to you first because I was asking my girlfriend. I'm like, wait, that's his brother. I kept saying like, is he a character I don't know? Like, why is he looking like? Where are you with the incest? I'm sure a lot of people are turned off by it. A lot of people
Sam
are
loves it.
intrigued.
No.
Like
I'm kidding.
what
I
do you think about it? Because it's a strange thing to have in a show like this.
When I first saw the innuendo, it made me think of the Netflix series of the Menendez brothers.
Yes,
Because there is a lot of gratuitous moments between the brothers that I felt took away from the story of the dad and the because I believe the dad did those things. So I was like, okay, this is interesting. Is Ryan Murphy trying to create some like erotica for some of his viewers, which is fine. So when I saw it, I thought it was intentional for, specific kink for some viewers. That's what I thought.
Really?
I thought it was intentional.
Did anyone else pick up on the incest also a vibe between the youngest brother Lachlan and the sister?
Yes,
Because
I thought they were weird too.
Always want to be together. She's
Yes.
like, "You'll come with me. Yeah, I'll sleep with over." Yeah, it's a weird.
I
And I wonder if he's
I
trying to say this
definitely
whole
did.
family is dysfunctional, but it's an odd
That's
character to
more
bring
than
in.
dysfunction.
Right. It's a weird trait to bring into the show because I don't know what the payoff is going to be.
Suicide?
Murder suicide.
The husband?
Oh,
Well, that's what he was fantasizing.
he did
shooting
fantasize that.
right. But why give us the incest unless it's a red herring?
I mean,
Is it just to be a distraction?
Well, there's a few things that
there's
are
a lot of
going on right now
distractions.
with the brother dynamic because one, there's a clear dynamic of the older brother was, the king of the castle in the family. And then he's constantly picking on the younger brother. And a lot of people have pointed out the fact that when the night of the full moon party, that the younger brother says to the older brother, I'm going to destroy you one day.
Yes, I remember that.
And if that was
Yes.
before, and then also there's a lot of people speculating that during the full moon party that the younger brother actually spit out his pill, and you can see it. If
No,
you,
stop. Stop it.
Yeah, if you go on, just search those terms,
Yeet.
and you'll see the still people have slowed down the
Get
frame,
outta
which would
here.
mean that the younger brother
setting him up.
was actually not
one-
sober, but
Right.
he was the one who was in control because the older brother was the one who didn't want to do the drugs so that he could take control of the situation with the two women.
Saxon doesn't
and the
take
brother.
drugs. Saxon is the drug. By the way, that's Patrick Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
I can't say
Yeah.
that word.
you know what's weird as I was
Well,
looking
what'd
at.
you think?
Well, I
Were
think,
you into it?
well,
It's a hand job.
yes, it was.
Okay,
way
this
too
is so I still feel so ugh.
Yeah.
Can I point something out though?
Please.
And I agree with you, Erica. Very dysfunctional. However, how many times have we seen two sisters make out and you don't get as much as a reaction?
I have never
Twins,
seen
you're right.
two
Yes.
sisters
Yes, you
make
do.
out
It's
and
on-
thought that was
I don't.
hot.
I'm not saying you thought
I
it was
think
hot.
it's the same thing.
But there's
Okay,
porn.
but I'm talking about, and I agree with you there too. I don't want to see two sisters make out.
No.
But the reaction, just generally speaking, when two women make
right.
out that are related as
You're
opposed
right.
to two
No,
men.
I have never
definite.
gotten down.
Different.
Maybe
Eric-
this is
That's-
maybe this is just me. Maybe I'm different. I have never in my life seen two people akin touch each other sexually.
It is
and
weird.
Didn't
Yes,
have a
gross.
very visceral reaction.
Erica,
to
you've
it.
never been to a bar in the South, and there's a mother-daughter there, and it is
mother
so
daughter?
no.
No,
He's right.
Let
Yes.
me finish. Let me finish. This is I've seen this hundreds of times.
I'm not saying
where
it's
one of those
okay.
but
Way
it's a
more
thing.
accepted,
Sam,
unfortunately.
you've
that is
seen
not
it.
dysfunction. That is sick.
I know, but it's accepted.
Where there is a mother-daughter there, and it's clear the mother competes with her daughter for
That's so
looks.
gross.
They both have on Daisy Dukes. They got the exact same thing on.
get it.
The exact same, but it's clear, and
It's a
people are
pinstripe
buying.
shirt.
People are buying them shots and trying to get them to do stuff. It's not my thing. But I have seen it play out in real time, and I've seen people play into it, which is the stranger thing.
That is more than strange.
It's
That is
pretty
more
common.
than strange.
Yes.
Sisters.
There's
what?
also another dynamic that Michael
yes.
Dean wants us to get to. And there was a meme I saw that said, never trouble with three of your girlfriends. Because there is this.
Two of your girlfriends.
Oh, you're right. That would make sense. Because there's a trio of three ladies, and their messiness of their girl childhood friendship dynamics come into play.
I love this.
Me too. Very real.
love this
The actresses
And you
are
could
great.
feel it
Yeah.
early on.
I think what I really love, and especially over the past 8 years with the three of us, I can say, and we can say anything to each other, and there's a real deep sense of knowing, because our organic journey to this place is for real.
Agreed.
Amongst the three of us.
Agreed. You're not welcome, Al.
Yeah, no, I mean as women, that was these two relationships are some of the strongest female relationships that I have because we've been through
Yes, we have.
Absolutely
serious stuff.
agree.
They're I mean, obviously you as well, but I think with women, especially women who work together or whatever, it becomes so increasingly complicated and political. But they're in sibling territory, which means I will absolutely say some stuff to both of them.
I like it.
And not think about it. And then if they were really mad, then I would accept that. But I would also be I never stopped loving you. I just felt like I needed to say this.
Just you saying that, Sam, I want to ask you this question because Erica's talking about the dynamic of the three of you, but you guys see each other almost on a weekly basis. Do you think when you kind of catch up with old college friends, old high school friends, you revert back to 10th grade Sam? Whereas if, in high school, Erica was the queen of the school, would you kind of unknowingly, subconsciously subjugate yourself like, Erica, that girl, she's here, we're going on vacation? Would you not be the Sam you are in Denver and go back to being 10th grade Sam?
That's a great question. I don't know. The few people that I have in my life that I've known for that long are still I'm really close with. So I had never had like that gap in time. And I echo everything Erica says. I'll throw in another element. I'm going to be brutally honest, and I'm not trying to paint with a broad brush, but I want us to like always have these honest conversations. And if I'm saying something offensive, please tell me. I have noticed that my white friendships are a lot more superficial than with Erica, my friend Martine, and some of my other black and brown friends. And not you, but I think that the white girl perfectionism, like our fakeness, our niceness, is not kind. And I really noticed in the last few years, as I've been trying to unlearn my whiteness, that I gravitate towards, at least I used to, just being nice all the time. And that's so fake, and there's nothing substantive about that. I've had my most substantive conversations with Erica, with you. You're an anomaly.
Yeah.
My friend Martine.
Yeah.
And all my other girlfriends, unfortunately, I feel like I'll walk out of the room or I'll go to the bathroom and they'll talk crap about me.
Wow.
Do you think that's why Mean
Is
Girls...
that offensive?
No,
I'm
I-
sorry.
That is like
no,
the
that's
realest-
it's very,
Very
powerful, and it's also powerful during a time where, for you to feel that way, as the 42%, I guess, I think that is a very. I think there's a lot of people that fit in that category that feel that way. And, a lot of it, yes, I think it is about, I do think that race is a factor in it. I think that being a woman is another factor in it. The dynamic, and I'm glad that you, first of all, thank you for sharing that, because that was very, very powerful. I think that's
I'll
going to
never
resonate
forget
with a
that.
lot
Yeah,
of
that was
people.
very- thank
Like
you.
that
That was really
was
honest.
super honest.
that was deep. Like I'm honestly, but I think that it's an important thing to say, because, to me, it really boils down to like what the consequences can be, and how there's an opportunity to opt in and out of consequences. And this dynamic that we're seeing between these three women, I think, is very reflective of what you're saying. It's the idea of being able to opt in. It's that privilege of opting in and opting out of politics. It's the privilege of opting in and opting out of allyship. It's all of those things. And so having three people, or three white women in particular, and women of privilege, they're wealthy women, there's a power dynamic there, because clearly Jacqueline, the celebrity, accommodated them with this trip. So yes, I feel like that gives them kind of like a safe place to go back inward to where they were when they were younger. I don't know. I'm
But
on a tangent now, but
there's also a significant amount of power when you take somebody on a trip, especially somebody that you're not in a romantic relationship with. Because if I take you guys on a trip, like you kind of said a little while ago, when Al's ready to go to the spa, guess what? We're all going, because Al paid for all this.
Right.
Oh, Erica, you're still enjoying the zoo? No, I'm ready to go. I don't feel well. We're leaving. And with even that gesture of gratitude that I'm doing by paying for all this, there's a power dynamic that kind of makes people resent you. And all my friends that are successful financially, they say the people that hate them, I've read texts from people that these people have literally given them money to allow things to keep moving, but there's a resentment with that, and it's unspoken a lot. Tori,
I kind of have to say that the girls, first of all, great conversation, amazing, and I agree with everything you said.
what did you think about what Sam had to say?
I mean, super honest. Just I totally get the
Do you feel that?
white girl fakeness is so,
It's so gross.
real.
And
oh my god! Nah, nah, nah. And then we walk into the bathroom. Sam and I were like, "What the like? What is that?" Like, it's just a.
Where do you think that comes
I've
from?
seen girls,
culture.
no joke, be like, oh my God, look at her. And then and then they go up to them and like, hi, how are you? And then they come back and be like, ugh, I can't stand her.
Yeah. It's
And
very, that's the culture.
Very much a white girl thing.
I'd agree with
it.
it.
Very much is. And
It's surface level privilege.
it's so surface. There's nothing deep. And I'm not saying everybody. Again, I'm not painting with a broad brush. But
No,
I've
we
only...
You're allowed to talk
Yeah.
about how you feel. Though.
I'm just saying based on, I mean, look at my, I could, anytime Tori and I have an issue, we talk about it.
Immediately.
So I'm not saying that's every one of my friendships, but I've just noticed in my own experiences that I think white girls feel like, one, they have the privilege of opting in and out, but two, I think this like always having to be like liked, and like they're not okay with not being liked. I've been there. And so you just put like a front on all the time, and there's nothing of substance. And I really learned recently the difference between being kind and nice. I don't want to be nice. I want to be kind.
Amazing. But don't you think that what you just said is a lot of the relationships we're seeing in everywhere on White Lotus? Like Parker Posey.
I love her, by the
privilege.
way.
Remember the last episode? I don't think I want to
Yep.
be not well off. I can't. I'll just die.
You sound like her.
That's crazy.
And
but like
and she
her
was so
privilege,
serious.
right?
She was
And
like-
her comfort level was so fake that she would rather die
Yeah.
than not be at her level. So every
But I find
group
her more authentic because at least she like
is who she is.
she is who she is, and she's
Oh,
just
she wasn't
is-
on lorazepam.
Yeah, she is
That's
who
Not
she
a good
is.
point.
But yeah, but then you see it's just everybody has a fakeness and everyone has a breakthrough with every character. That's why Mike White to me is almost a psychologist. Each group and trio really has a dynamic that a psychologist could go deep on that. And a lot of it has to do with white privilege and white women. I mean, look at who's working there,
Right.
who's like taking care of people. Belinda's character. I mean, there's a lot there. Guy talk, all those. But I didn't know the woman that the security guy is in love with is the most famous woman in the world.
I didn't either.
She has 105 million followers, and
What?
Mike White had to add security because she's so popular. She's in a K-pop.
She is.
Yeah,
Wow, I
she's
didn't
like
know
the
that.
#1 woman in Thailand.
Oh, I'm so glad you told me this.
No
Nice.
idea. She's gorgeous, but I had no
Yes.
idea.
Wow.
Is it Thailand?
K-pop can't be from Thailand.
Well, they can enjoy it. It is Korean pop. You're correct.
Oh my gosh.
But she's in a band. She's in a band. She's in some kind of a band.
You're gonna live in Taiwan?
Oh yeah. That was so good.
She's in the biggest Korean
Erica sounded
band
like
in
her
Thailand.
too. What do we think about how do we think it's going to end up?
Yeah, what is your conspiracy? Because the
Ow.
gun's been used.
Okay.
Oh, it's been open now. Who's going to use the gun?
Wait. I wanted to say one more thing
'Kay,
about
yes.
the female relationships.
Okay.
Okay, what do y'all think about Jacqueline having sex with Valentine?
I have some thoughts.
I did
I
not
have some
like it because she hid it. If she would have like owned it and been like,
Opened
yeah,
up.
well, like I just don't like that she hid it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
and
didn't
lied.
lie. She
I
got
don't-
called out and was taken aback.
No, she was
She lied.
sneaky about it.
Okay.
I don't like the
She
sneaky.
said nothing happened.
I'd rather she just owned it and
Yeah.
been like, sorry, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
But I think if she owns it,
Yeah.
Sam, she then has to own the question that the other friend was asking her. Is like, why were you pushing Valentine on me?
Yeah.
If you were going
To
so
swoop
she,
in.
So she
Right.
can't own it. So everybody in the room, it's almost like certain political figures. You know they're being dishonest. Do you want to push them? Not really. So
what do
I
you
think,
think?
but everybody knows that they slept together, but no one is going to say it.
I'm disappointed
Well,
in Valentine or
I-
Valentine. I don't know.
So there's a theory out there that he is in on whatever the brouhaha or the shooting or whatever, that he's a part of it. Really? But I thought that was so interesting because the one woman who is married to the guy who voted for Trump, and she's like, what?
Leslie Bibb's character.
Yeah, Leslie Bibb's,
Yep.
Bibb's character, and then
Who's married to Sam Rockwell? That's who's her husband is.
No
So sorry to interrupt
I don't
you.
know who that
way.
is.
The guy with the monologue.
The guy that did the monologue about the
Lady
pretty
boy?
lady boy, Asian
Oh,
boy. Yes.
okay,
Okay. In real life. In real
got
life.
it. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So the one friend who's divorced and the only single friend,
Carrie Coon. Yes,
Yeah.
Yes, Coons. Yeah.
I wanted her to say what she was saying with her entire chest.
Yeah.
And that's what I was thinking of when you were talking about how your friendships have changed. Because to me, like, and I don't know, maybe it is a cultural thing, but like
It is,
I
Erica, because we are frowned upon in our culture, and this sounds so dumb, for being forthright. So everything comes off passive aggressive. So I would much rather have come straight from the chest, like you're saying. But go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
And you also need two people to do that, Sam. So if Sam goes, Al, do we have a problem? And I go, what are you talking about?
That's
Everything's
right.
great.
Yes.
And she knows we have a problem.
Right.
And I know we have a problem.
Right. It's
Whereas if
weird.
you said that to me, I'd be like, Erica, let's step outside.
Yep.
We'll handle this and come back.
Right.
And we'll be
You have
friends.
to two to dance.
You need two people to
To
engage in
tango.
that. So
Something about
Sam
that.
will always have a frustration if she does want to have an honest conversation with somebody. If the other person's like,
You feel
Sam, I'm having a
gaslit.
great
Yep.
time at the party.
Oh, no. In a situation like that, I saw what I saw with my own eyes. We already have a problem because the truth is you've been doing this to me for the
Right.
past 20,
Yep.
30 odd years. So at that point, why not just say it with your entire chest?
Yeah.
Because
Don't.
for me,
Yeah.
well, but that's what I'm saying. Like, and maybe that's the disconnect because I cannot actually hang out with you and
I
have
love that.
conversations
I
with
love
you
that.
Right.
if
Yep.
I know that you're full of crap all
Yep.
the time. Like, why am I here?
Yeah.
I think
Like, if I have to be a part of your fantasy.
the only flaw in your logic, because you're saying, I have to hang out with you and I have to have conversations with you. What kind of conversations are they? Are they conversations that are surface? Oh, are you sending your kid to this Montessori?
She wouldn't be able to.
We're
Nah, I can't
Yeah,
do that.
my
For a
husband's the
whole
same way.
trip?
Mark
Nah.
is the same
There-
way.
yes.
Yep.
Carrie Coons went as far as she could go in the white woman way.
Yep.
And was like, okay, sorry, it was just asking.
Yep,
It's
no.
just a joke.
And
Just-
it came off
But she
passive
also
aggressive.
and she also continued on because she wasn't just asking.
Yeah.
And it
Exactly.
wasn't a joke.
But she can't say that. She can't be like, did you sleep with that man and what's going on?
But if
Talk to me.
if it would have been in a healthy way,
Correct.
meaning if she would have said it with her full chest,
Whole
whole chest, and they got it out, they would have had an evolution in their
I
friendship.
completely agree with you.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But it's
'Cause
now
it
it's
would have
weird.
been a breakthrough.
Yep.
But also the issue is they can't do anything in threes. They're the least productive when they're all together.
Yeah.
So by bringing Leslie Mann's character in and saying, well, she's the one who saw
Leslie Bibb.
him, Leslie Bibb, she's the one who saw him leave the villa.
Right.
Then it's 2 against
Yes.
1.
And now who has the power?
Jacqueline
and who has the
shuts
power
down.
dynamic,
Right.
right? Now Carrie Coons has the power because she saw that you were stooping someone. She has the power
No,
over the rich.
Jacqueline
No, Jacqueline still
maintains
does.
the power.
She
No,
does.
we
Yes,
all
huh?
know that you're stooping.
No,
And
you
you
just
just
lied
lied about
maintained
stooping.
No,
the
because Jacqueline played the
power.
victim.
No, we all know that
she
she's
played the victim to Leslie Bibb at the very
I
end.
don't
Yes.
think she still has the power. I'll tell you
I
why.
agree.
Because
She
she
does.
now
I
is a-
agree.
she-
You see Leslie
she
Bibb
now
feel
is a-
bad?
She now is a cheater because
Right.
she
No.
said, "Are you guys now in an open relationship?" And she said, "No."
No.
She is a guy back home. So
A
now
husband.
A husband. Yes, a husband. So she is now an adulterer, and she's a liar.
And she's caught.
And she's a backstabber to her friend who everybody heard her putting up to talk to this guy, which would seem like, why would you do that to her friend? So she has to lie in order to keep that dynamic. And those two have the decision. Are they going to allow her to continue to lie
Right.
and keep the
Right, I
dynamic
agree.
that has gotten them to that island?
I'm with Al.
Or change the dynamic, come at the queen, change the dynamic, and realize that dynamic is forever changed once you do that.
Okay, before we move on, Al, I want to know from your male perspective opinion, why did Jacqueline push the guy onto her friend
Yeah.
and then call him back to sleep with him?
I thought about that a lot.
Did you?
Well, I did
weird.
because I actually look at I think about the dynamic between everybody, between
I made a thesis on this.
the people and the island, the people and the spa.
No.
They were like-
I want to
but
know
I'm-
specifically this.
Why do you think her
instance.
motive
what,
was?
What
What?
do you think?
she liked him and she
No,
wanted.
I
No.
want to
I'm
know
sorry.
from.
I'm sorry.
I
okay.
want to know from Al's
okay.
perspective.
I think there's a cruelty quotient because he wanted him to choose her over her less good-looking friend. Because there is. Why do you think? You know what's weird? I was telling my girl the other day, even though I've never really seen the show, I can't believe how much Mean Girls resonated for decades. I don't even know when that, but like I know dudes that know that movie. That movie hit our culture and it's still here, almost like it came out yesterday, because that dynamic is so a part of almost every adolescent relationship you make, and it extends on through your adulthood. So just that one little cruelty of just like, even though like you might know like your wife's gonna choose your chili over the neighbors, like you want her to say it. You want her to say, "Oh, need some salt. I like yours, honey." But to know that he chose
Like it's a
her
win.
to just
Yeah.
just like she's been winning for 20, 30 some years.
Yeah.
I think is a
She
cruelty
beat
part
him.
of it.
She
Yes.
beat
Yeah.
her. She beat her again. Wow.
Yeah, competitive and attention.
Did he have a choice?
Did he have consent?
Well, I'm so glad Michael Dean, the voice of God, coming in. I want to throw that to all you guys really quickly. Do you think he had a choice? Because a lot of these spa people, they make rules that are instantly shattered. They're like, put your phone away. And he's like, go F yourself. I got work. And they're like, okay. So they are beholden to these guests that are paying an ungodly amount of money. So really
Right.
quickly, Tori, let's go down the line. Do you think if they say we're going out tonight, can he say no with the amount of money that they're spending per day at this spa?
No, I think that's how. I think you know when you're getting into that business that you're there to serve in every way.
No,
She's like a hot celebrity
Sound like
chick.
you've given that
not
speech before.
She's not like some 80-year-old
No.
woman. She's a hot celebrity chick.
I don't think that
You don't
was
think
the power
Valentin-
Yeah,
dynamic.
no.
You don't think he's hit
I
it
think
before
he
with another
wanted-
guest?
I think he
Not in
wanted
this
to.
situation. Me too.
Because
Yeah.
I think that he knows who she is, and I
You
think
think he's going to take her down?
I think that he knows who she is, and I think that. So I don't think that he needed any.
He's going to take her down with like a camera or something. Something like
It
that.
could-
Oh, I didn't
something.
know that. That's
Interesting.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He goes,
That's
we never saw
interesting.
them
Yeah.
have sex.
Well,
Yeah.
well, it looked
Okay.
like they were about to. Sam, what do you think?
With what?
Do you think that did you think he had consent when you're working at a
I
place like
just
this?
said, I guess if it was like an 80-year-old woman, maybe he felt like, oh man, like I don't know. But no, this is a famous, hot, by the way, she looks banging.
she looks amazing, doesn't
and
she?
I think he was very probably happy to hook up with her.
Okay.
So who shoots who?
Okay.
I want to know about that.
You-
Who because someone uses
Who's
the gun
the
and
gunman?
dies. Yeah, who's the gunman? We do see a shot in the coming up of the guy with the terrible southern accent that goes
Who?
Australian.
Who?
Jason Isaacs.
Who's-
the Parker Posey's husband.
Okay.
He has blood on him on his shirt at one point. Now we don't know if that's a dream, but it is in an upcoming scene when we look at the upcoming.
Oh.
So he has somehow the red herring is that he shoots someone. Oh. But what are you guys thinking?
What do you think?
I haven't thought that much about it. I
thought you just said
about
you
who's
said a
going
lot
to
of times.
shoot who. I don't know. I think that the interesting thing is we did get the kind of like little preview when Gatok was training with the gun and his.
Why was he so good at the gun?
First of all, he was
Why
a
was
sharpshooter.
that? Yeah.
And his boss basically was like, "You're a good shot, but you have it in you to kill somebody." And he goes, "I think so."
Yeah, there's something
Yes.
there.
And they were just.
or are they trying to throw you for a loop?
Good call, red herring.
I am not sure, but there are not that many guns on the island. It seems like that woman's bodyguard has guns as well. So I'm just I'm curious. I'm not really
So who do you
sure.
think's the gunman? Come on.
I honestly, and
Yeah.
can I call my shot now and,
Yeah,
and drop
call
the,
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Call it.
I think the frumpy friend kills the movie star friend.
Carrie Coon shoots
Okay.
Jacqueline?
Okay. Tori.
You think
It's
so?
been
I
built.
don't.
Erica,
No, I
it's been
think-
building.
Okay, all right.
I think
It's
she's
been
the most
building.
sane
No,
one
I don't-
of
It's
the
been
three. But
building.
okay.
Terrible
So the
choice.
attorney.
Yeah,
No,
I think
for-
she's the most sane. But go.
She's already losing it.
No, you think
She's not. She's
not
seen them
out
for
of
who
it.
they are.
When somebody snaps, I've
not
seen it in
snapped.
real time.
Okay,
No.
Tori, who?
I definitely don't think it's that.
I let me hear yours there, buddy.
Okay.
L.A. Law.
Okay, but if you remember, there's gunshots that Belinda's son hears. That's when the guns start to come in. I think is someone who's lost their entire. I think Belinda's. I don't know.
You think
Belinda?
Belinda is the
guy.
shooter?
Belinda's guy.
Belinda,
The Thai guy she
There's
slept
something
with.
there.
That
Wait,
was
the guy
snuggled-
you slept
think
with?
that the guy who's
It's going to be someone we didn't
Belinda's
expect.
massage therapist friend.
No, they're sleeping together.
I know. You think that's
I could see it.
no? That's
Something is
no.
weird, but
because
no, I don't know.
whose life is threatened. Him. Yeah,
Why-
because the guy knows that he's a murderer.
Right, Greg. Right.
The weirdo guy that's
Greg.
got money that killed what's her name from last season.
We need like a
So you think
backbone
Jennifer
red-
Coolidge?
Yeah,
You
so
think
now he
Belinda
knows-
killed Greg?
The guys are
Yeah,
trying
so
to
You
now-
said the man she slept with.
I'm just giving. I'm
the
saying her
massage
theory is plausible.
masseuse. Yeah, but you painted it as the guy she slept with, which is the masseuse.
the masseuse.
Who's going to defend her? Who's going to be her Karate Kid? Her
I don't
Daniel
know.
San?
I don't know. I'm gonna
What do you
go.
think, Erica?
It
Oh,
her
definitely. It's yeah. I don't know.
You think it's
I'm
the
gonna
sons?
go with the younger son.
Lachlan. Yeah, a lot of people think Lockie.
Really? Mine is so far-fetched.
Tell us. Is it the Buddhist monk?
No, I thought that the woman that owns the place,
Okay.
she finds out that dude, first of all, she finds out that she's been duped.
Got it. From
And
Walter Goggins.
her little
She's
carrot's
not to be
been
trifled
dangling.
with.
Yep,
Good point.
they've been dangling that carrot that she's going to be a star in a movie.
Ooh.
Right.
Then he talks, who knows what's going to happen between her husband.
Right.
And him and I. There's a deeper connection between him and her husband.
Right. Because we haven't seen him.
Deep. Did you?
What do you mean? What do you mean? You mean because Walter Goggins' dad was killed by that guy?
Well, yeah, I don't even want to say.
Yeah,
because
I know
it's so good.
Yeah,
that,
it's so
like-
good. I know the theory.
It's so good.
I
Say
know the theory.
Well, I don't want to say because I
Does
don't
it have to do with Ladyboy?
No.
It's a whole nother theory.
Ladyboy?
But I'm not.
I
I'm
was
just.
so convinced of my theory. I didn't think that there was another theory.
But
Okay,
I
well, you
think,
say your theory.
No,
I'll
I
tell you
can't
my
say that
theory.
one because it's so complex. I would have to like reread it before I spew it.
Okay.
But mine is that she feels duped, and that something happens with what's his name?
Goggins. Walter Goggins.
Goggins.
Got it.
And her husband, and she comes back to the resort to get Goggins. So she's the shooter
whoa.
at Goggins. That's my opinion.
Because there's another gun introduced in that scene. So there is another
Well,
gun
she's
there.
surrounded with security
Yeah.
guards and wealth, so I'm sure she has an arsenal.
You guys, should we do another recap for next Friday?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I think
Yes.
this might be a
All right.
thing.
This could be a big thing.
excited.
What do we call it?
I know it.
Come on, Tori.
White Lotus explain things.
That should have been scribbled on a cave wall.
I like it.
Okay, Lotus explain. Lotus explain.
Lotus explain.
Lotus explain.
No.
Lotus. Let us
like-
explain. Lotus explain.
No, but that sucks. You
How
can just
about
say it
daytime
slower.
talk after dark? The White Lotus, episodes.
Literal.
might be better.
Literal.
Yeah, that might be better.
If you're new to our channel, thank you for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, all those things.
And we're gonna have more recaps.
That's true. And if you didn't know, one last thing about this, Mike White is a serious Survivor fan. The reason that they always have a Survivor in the group. So that woman that Belinda noticed walking by and said hello to, she was on Survivor.
Who was it?
Some woman.
Can you get
I'll find
Corinne
out
on
who it
there?
is. Yeah.
We can. We just had Francesca from Survivor on our podcast as well. Yeah.
Well, then he always includes a Survivor contestant.
Dude, throw Corinne's name into
that neat?
that
She'd be
hat.
great.
And he also holds what are they called? What are this? I shouldn't make that expression. But what's the totems? He has totems in all the opening wallpapers and stuff like Survivor. Wow.
Okay.
Interesting, Tori.
All right.
I like it.
And with that said, if you're still here after the totem talk, it's horrible. But what's not horrible is you, Night Owls, supporting us and loving us, and we love you guys right back. Thank you for everything that you do. Continue to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll be back next week.
Hoot, hoot, hoot.
My peeps.
Yay. Well done, friend.